But those commandments are commandments that God gave his people and said, don't do these things or do these things. And this is how you're supposed to live. And if you don't do those things, whether it was the Israelites back then or whether it's you and me today, there are consequences. But the first thing that we've got to wrap our head around is that if you and I have done any of these things, here's the tough reality. You have sinned against God. If you've done any of those things, you have sinned against God. So if you were to tell a lie, what do we call those people? Yell it out. A liar. If you have ever killed somebody or had anger in your heart, what do we call those people? Murderers. If you've ever looked at someone lustfully or had sex outside of marriage, looked at pornography, whatever, what do we call those people? Adulterers, yes. That's who you are. That's who I am. That's the reality for every human being that's ever lived on the face of the earth. We are sinners. We've sinned against God. Now, some of you might be saying, well, Preston, I've done at least one of those things, but that doesn't make me a bad person. I'm still a good person. Respectfully, gently, I would say, actually, no, you're not a good person. James, the brother of Jesus in James chapter 2, said that if anyone keeps all of the law and stumbles in one point, they're guilty of breaking it all. So get this, if you have only told a lie, which everyone in here has done much more than breaking one of those 10, it doesn't matter. You're guilty of breaking all of them. Why? Because James said the same God that says don't commit adultery said don't murder. So if you don't commit adultery, and you might be thinking, oh, I've never done that, I'm not guilty of that, is the same God who said don't murder. So if you've murdered, you're guilty of all. Every single person here, James said, is a lawbreaker. I'm a lawbreaker.